coming to you with another review for Married to Medicine. Come on in, guys, because I have something to say. Just want to make sure that I have some stability as far as my internet, because I am not where I normally be at. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm getting ready to get started. Okay, listen and hear me. Married to Medicine, honey. I just watched the episode, this last episode, finishing up the couple's trip on the beach. And this is my final thought about Dr. Gregory and his new wife, Phaedra. I don't even want to call her Faye because I felt like that was such an insult. And let's be honest, and I know Dr. Heavenly. I ain't even gonna listen. I like Dr. Heavenly. I really do. I truly like her. I like her personality. I like the fact that she speaks what's on her mind, especially when she's angered. I did feel like T was pushing it, and I do feel like T can't really handle this group of ladies. She's always crying. She always breaking down. And honestly, yes, she is on hormones trying to get pregnant. But truthfully and honestly, being told, she need to take and listen. Sometimes the ex is not telling a lie, honey. Sometimes those exes be giving you a warning of what they done been through, love. And I believe she needed to take that warning that Quad gave her about Dr. G. I don't know who it was that was in that huddle as they was praying for T, and she was breaking down and all of that, screaming and crying and stuff like that. Now, let's not forget her first introduction to the group of ladies. She, to me, was a bit bizarre then, how she respond. Her response level to things is, to me, a bit bizarre because I feel like she internalized a lot of the things that people say that is meant to hit the surface, and she internalizes it. And honestly, I really believe that she's just not ready. She wasn't ready for this group. Wasn't ready for social media. And she really need to be mindful of the things that she do say about the different ladies in this group, because Dr. G clearly showed his tail. Okay? He showed his whole tail. And I mean that. Here I thought on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Marceau was the a-hole. No, it's Dr. G. Dr. G is the a-hole, honey. Because you heard her say how she was military trained. That boy got up from that conversation instead of saying, thank you, baby, for looking out for me and having my back, during that time. Thank you for looking out for me. But instead, he gonna turn around and say to her, you're just a woman. You just a woman. What was you gonna do? You just a woman. I'm like, boy, just give her some credit where it's due, love. She was right there having your back. Kept trying to shush him. Shushing him for what? We heard him loud and clear, love. He don't have no respect for you. And like I said, if he'll talk about his first wife like that, you better know that a leopard don't change his spots. So while she's so busy trying to check stuff down about her man, sometimes you gotta leave that type of man to fend for himself. He that type. She gonna have to allow him to fend for himself, because he's the type that's real controlling. He's a controlling man, and you can clearly see it that he's controlling. Anytime your response is not having your wife's back and you running away from that, talking about how it was gonna be fight to the death and all of that. No, it wasn't gonna be no fight to the death over what? A simple conversation. That right there lets you know that he still is in his feelings. He's still in his feelings about Quad. You can't convince me otherwise. It ain't about his relationship or the breakdown of it. He breaking his relationship down by how he speaks to her, and how I wouldn't say he necessarily belittling her each step of the way, but he don't give that girl credit where it's due. He need to give her credit where it's due, honey. Because she had your back, and then your response levels are, what was you gonna do? And then kept going on and on and on about it. It's honestly, that was a bit much. The whole episode was so off the chain. It was a bit much to take in, from the tongue, from speaking in tongues. First of all, from the cuss words to the speaking in tongues on the beach, to T breaking down, crying and carrying on, trying to have her man's back, and he ain't even got hers. He don't have her back. And then to blame her. To have the audacity to blame her. The blame was on him when he started getting beside himself, saying, shut the F up. And here we thought he was talking to his wife, because it seemed like that. And it seemed like he was talking to Quad. Because when Quad was like, my man that never talked to me like that, he ain't say, I ain't talking to my wife, I'm talking to you. He ain't say nothing. You know what I mean? Dr. G is a mess, baby. You better get it together. Hopefully, I don't know if they look at some of these random people's posts, but hopefully, God be willing, he hear me. Watch your mouth. If you want your marriage to work and you want to be married, because you ain't going to find people like that that's going to put up with that type of behavior. And you know, ain't nobody about to be putting up with no man that feel like he got to be dominant in every little aspect of the word. You don't have to be that. Ain't nothing wrong with being a man and just simply being a man. But all that extra over-the-top energy, we ain't with that. All that belittling, berating someone, we ain't with that. Quad said you did that, and we can clearly see that you do it. Especially when it comes to money. You got a girl that's willing to comply, but here you go, pushing her away. Because that will push me away. I would be so, I would be so disgusted with him. At least she's showing you more affection than Quad ever did. And here you go, mistreating and mishandling her. T don't deserve that. She ain't deserve you to not have her back. Have her back. What are you doing? Be so for real. You sitting up there acting like you don't know that that's your girl. That's your woman right there. She had your back, and your thing is all about that macho ego. Please. Be so for real. That's like Heavenly said, we'll begin to see what Quad was talking about. And I can't help but unsee what she was talking about, because that was a bit much. Cameras rolling, and he up there blaming his life for everything that happened. It was your fault. So how did it become her fault? How? Having your back. She had your back, buddy. Bet you if I was her, I wouldn't have his back no more. Are you looking for me to have his back? Hold on. If he looking for me to have his back, not me. Not me. Can't believe that man was acting like that. Show the viewers exactly what Quad was talking about. They can't deny that. It's the fact that she had your back and you ain't have hers for me. That'll never sit right with me. Nope. Using that. I'm doing my little stuff. But anyway, that's all I want to talk about. I ain't got nothing else for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, not Love and Marriage Huntsville. Married to Medicine. I ain't got nothing else for them to do. Nothing else for them to do. It was sad. I hate that they did Phaedra like that. I ain't understand the purpose of it, inviting Apollo and his wife to the group. I just really didn't understand what was the purpose of that anyway. So, to be quite honest, if I was Phaedra, I'd be done with the show too. I've been done with the whole shebang. Like, how dare y'all bring on my ex-husband and the woman that he cheated on me with and turned around and get married to once he got out of jail. Nah. Trifling. That was trifling right there. It really pissed me off. And like Phaedra was saying, I can't deal with this type of group, these type of mean girls. Because it is. That was mean. Because it wasn't no point for Apollo to be on a trip with his ex-wife and his new wife. Why? Because Quad is on the trip with her ex-husband and his new wife. Y'all felt the need to bring Apollo on there. Like, no. Let his butt stay where he at. Off to the side. He ain't need to come on that trip for what? Then his wife came in there being messy, trying to tell all the tea about Shake or where Shaq, whatever his daggone name is. That's Phaedra's business. Let it be her. If she want a boy toy, she can have one. Let her be great. Let her do her. Like she said, she's single. She can do what she want to do. She ain't married. She ain't obligated to no man. Let her do her. I ain't like the fact that they brought Apollo, period. Or even the thought of him coming. Like, what was the point? Unless he was single and like trying to get back with his wife type thing. Like trying to plead for her. Because whatever she chooses to do on her personal business is her personal business. And so what if she messed with his homeboy? So the gloves come off when you mess with somebody that you cheated on me with in my marriage. You messing with her and then having the nerve to bring her around a group of women that I'm just now getting to know. Like, yeah, Married to Medicine was on some mess. And they had a nerve to talk about Mariah. I always knew Mariah wasn't lying. I always knew that she was not lying. She wasn't lying. They just couldn't take her. They couldn't stand her. Because she was too right. So they wanted her to be wrong. Voted her off of her own show, which she helped produce. But I'm quite sure she still get credit for it, as she should. Which I hope that she do. I hope they ain't like dick her up out of her coin. Because that's wrong altogether. like they did Nene Leakes on the Housewives. And I have said, mark my words on that. And everything that I said on my live video I did about Nene and Atlanta Housewives came to pass. So I'm saying the same thing concerning Love and Marriage Huntsville with Melody. Y'all need to stop being so messy and wanting some drama in these shows and be honorable to the people that y'all have been filming with for years. There's no loyalty there. Just like when it came to Married to Medicine with Learning Phaedra, what was the point of y'all bringing on Apollo? Like, what purpose did that serve if she's just now learning these group of people? Bringing her ex and his new wife that he cheated on her with to a group of women. I just didn't get it. It was never going to be a kumbaya. If it was supposed to be for couples therapy, learning your mate, and different things like that, they should have worded those questions a lot more sensitive, knowing that Dr. G and Letitia was going to be sitting there. It probably really was hard for him to keep his composure with hearing him and stuff like that. But when it come to him, now last year he was all gung-ho, smiling from ear to ear because he was getting married. He was having a new relationship and blase blah and all this. So he thought it was fun and games to come on the show where his ex-wife was at, showcasing his new wife, which I don't know why he thought that Quad would have felt any kind of way, because Letitia, let's be honest, Quad versus Letitia. Letitia, to me, she's not ugly. She's a cute girl. She has a funny mouth area. Like, her mouth area is kind of funny. But the truth be told, he picked somebody that's perfect for him. That's the truth. But there's no comparing her to Quad. Now there's the truth. Because Quad, let's keep it a G. Let's keep it a buck. Quad is that girl. She got a nice body, a nice pretty face. She's educated, she's classy. And believe it or not, if she was so hood, like they say, she would have been all for King popping Dr. Gregory in the mouth. She'd have been all for it. She tried to stop it, just like T was trying to stop it. So they can miss me with that. She wasn't inciting nothing like that. She wasn't trying to incite a situation between Dr. G and not Dr. G and King. She wasn't inciting it. She was just trying to, say what she needed to say and let the chips fall where they may. And honestly speaking, if they both knew that they was gonna be on the show together, they should have had a little bit more reserve about themselves. And like I said, those questions was messy in itself. Y'all asking how many times people are having sex and all types of stuff that was inappropriate conversations. But, these are my opinions. I thought it was real coward of Dr. G to call the police on that man. What you calling the police for? He ain't touch you. They broke up that fight before it was happening. So what's the point of you trying to fight? Trying to get mad. Be so for real. I'm about to try to Be so for real. Y'all, it's a mess. I don't know who producing Married to Medicine anymore. They need to go back to the drawing board and start bring Lisa Nicole and her husband back. Bring some of the old people back. Cause this ain't where it's at. This is not where it's at. I'm sorry. Married to Medicine, honestly, I thought was going to be a show showcasing better, classier things than this. This to me is the bottom of the barrel. Some gutter stuff is happening now. Y'all, I don't know, spinning y'all wheels trying to figure out, I guess, what sells. Like, that's not gonna sell. It's not getting it. It's just not getting it. I don't like where it's headed. And y'all need to adapt. Y'all need to, come on now. When Toya's the voice of reason, but at the same time was the voice of mess too, because she the one was messy from the beginning. She the one that started it all with the saying stuff that people probably was feeling and thinking, but sometimes you got to keep those thoughts to yourself. Dr. G, are you uncomfortable? She started that uncomfortability in him. And then he probably started thinking about his marriage and thinking about all of what she wouldn't do for him and all the stuff she wanted to do for this man that she just met. And he probably looking at himself like, why didn't she want to do that for me? Then he looking at his wife like, you know, she's right. She doesn't have a butt like Quad. Quad got a booty. She got a nice body. And this girl here is acting like she a little bit ditzy. She is a little bit ditzy. Honestly, she's a loose cannon. How they both gonna be loose cannon? Her and her husband? Baby. Somebody need therapy. And then him to be a psychiatrist, it's like, who are you talking to, love? Are you talking to somebody to help you too? Because y'all need to do the work. Y'all over there telling that lady, they trying to break up y'all relationship. I don't think Quiet for 1 second was trying to break up their relationship. Her own husband trying to break up his relationship. Look how he was talking to her afterwards. I don't care if you mad or not. You should never alienate your wife that's trying to help you. Be so for real. Y'all can give him an excuse all day long. Well, this and well, that. Well, he could have responded better than that. He needed to respond better than that. Period. How dare he act like that? That's insane. It really made me mad, to be quite honest. I'm like, wait a minute now. He acting stupid. He acting real stupid. Acting real dumb. Don't alienate your wife. You giving them, if you felt like they was being messy, you just gave them a one up on you. Gave them a one up. What is it saying? Okay. All right. 15 more minutes to 3 o'clock. I'm off here, y'all. That was just my thoughts on Love and Marriage. I was about to say Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's just my thoughts on the show, on Married to Medicine. I thought it was, it's getting messy. It's getting there. It is getting there, honey. It is getting there. Y'all need to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out, because that ain't it. That ain't it. Almost made me want to say, oh, I should have, wait a minute. Did I do that? Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I did. Yep, I did. Yeah. Okay. I did that. All I got to say is, y'all, I'm off of here. That was it. Have a blessed one. I'm going to start making real videos. This is just a little snippet of my thoughts.